Hello everyone, this is Sawyer with Spur, and today I want to cover the changes to time review. And if your account has wage additions on it, then I'm going to show you the tip features that are coming up as well. If you're here for the time review, the only changes that we've made are visual. The workflow remains the same, the processes are still the same. The page just looks slightly different, but we wanted to give you a heads up. Notice that we have 3 tabs at the top: unverified, cannot be paid. You should all be familiar with. The eligible for payroll is now considered the all tab. This is all minus cannot be paid. So every shift minus the cannot be paid is eligible for payroll, but it is now listed as all. We wanted to show you the amount of workers, the pay period, and the payday. Once again, the workflow remains the same. You're just going to see a small visual change at time review. Now, for those that have wage additions turned on for their account, you're now going to see some tip features that we've implemented. So if I click on time and pay and go to eligible for payroll, this now brings up our tipping portion. Notice that this isn't per shift, this is by the worker instead. And we give you the total hours worked amongst all the workers, total hours by the worker, their take-home tips, so this is probably what you would call cash tips, and then paycheck tips, what the workplace will be reporting. Now, you have the ability to select certain pay periods. Or view all pay periods. Now, let's add a tip to Miss Thompson. Now, this is where you can see their pay rate, the shift, their hours, and did they report any take-home tips. Now, you as a workplace can only add paycheck tips. And this is simply an addition. This is not an edit form. You just add, and that's it. Now, let's add tips to this shift on March 25th. And if I go to click back or click out of the box, I am prompted with this message. If you continue, you'll lose any unsaved changes. So I want to cancel that and make sure I hit update tips. If no changes have been made, this is grayed out, but once you make an addition, always remember to hit update tips. So now, what if you have multiple tips that you want to add? Let's use Ms. Hugh and Mr. Leon for example. You can now click on both of them, add tips, and you have an option of you can add the same amount for all the workers or provide separate individual amounts per the worker. But let's say we're just going to add the same amount for all the workers. Notice that Mr. Leon has $7 in paycheck tips right now. We're going to add 30. So 30 across both workers is $60 total, and we'll add that. Now, if we want to see those tips reported for Mr. Leon, we can click on his name and we can see the shift details, what he's reported for cash tips, and notice that that $30 in tips has been spread evenly across his 3 shifts, so $10 in each shift. So that is our tip features along with the change in our time review. This is going to be implemented shortly, so you will see this in the near future, more than likely this week, and